What's poppin'? To anybody watching, I'm your host, Man Squeeze, and today we're gonna be doing a little reaction video. I know you know somebody, an aunt, uncle, cousin, a homie, maybe an ex-homie, because of a prank going just a little too far. Whether that's verbal jokes, a little bit of heckling here and there, or maybe it's them throwing away all of your left shoes just so they have the opportunity to tell you, I guess you're all right now. Maybe it's them sending you a gift in the mail just for you to rip it open and surprise, anthrax. So with that being said, we're going to be looking at many other pranks by people that just didn't know when to call it quits. And the video is coming from the YouTube channel Be Amazed with a whopping 13.3 million. I see them.
On a lazy April morning in Houston, Texas, one unsuspecting man was about to experience the wildest emotional roller coaster of his life. His wife bought him some scratch cards and sat back to enjoy the show.
He thinks he's bad. He thinks he's gonna win.
Babe,
What happened?
look, man.
What happened?
It's $5,000, man, for real.
You lying.
Man, I put that on everything, man. Look, $5,000 tickets, man.
One win wasn't enough. Wifey had to turn up the heat.
$5,000,
What?
dude. What the?
Did Shorty grab 3 of them?
Hey, look, this one says 10,000.
Oh my God.
The fact that there's still a third one, and bro think he already up 15.
Come on, babe.
Look,
We got.
for real. Look,
Oh my
I
God.
show 100.
She really had him hooked now. Convinced he'd won $15,000, he grabbed his keys and headed for the car ready to cash in. When his wife finally dropped the bombshell.
Babe, you're gonna get mad at me.
What?
I broke up, man. You still broke.
The what?
You have no idea just how fast them divorce papers would have landed in Shorty's lap. The fact that she go tell me to my face, you're still broke. Not only did I think I was up 15, now knowing I'm not up 15. Your mama, your auntie, your cousins, all your Facebook friends, now they all know I'm broke. I'm not up 15.
The what?
It's April Fool. You still broke.
And it really ain't that funny though. It really ain't that.
It's fake, babe. I'm sorry. They're fake tickets.
Man, why you gotta play like that with me, man?
Fake scratch cards.
Man, why you gotta play like that with me, man?
Fake
You heard the pain. Bro was finna cry right there.
Sometimes massive organizations, including intelligence agencies, get involved with April Fools to absolutely disastrous effect. It was 1986 when an officer working for the Israeli intelligence agency Mossad reported an assassination attempt on Nabi Berri, the
Realized my man's looked like he would have checked out at just hearing the news that he might be getting assassinated.
After the prankster spread the information via internal comms and radio, the Israeli defense minister jumped into action right away, fearing the assassination attempt could be pinned on Israel and spark a war. Defense Minister Yitzhak Rabin interrupted a session of the Parliament's Defense and Foreign Affairs Committee and announced the alarming news. Only a few minutes later, Rabin discovered it was an April Fool's prank and told the lawmakers, but the damage was already done. It spread like wildfire.
Insane.
Sources on Israeli radio broadcast the report for 2 hours before finally ceasing transmission and issuing corrections. 2 Lebanese radio stations also picked up the story. The Lebanese government didn't find the entire fiasco funny, describing it as a sick joke. Gotta say, I'm not really seeing the punchline with this one.
Because like he said, what exactly was the punchline? You know what I'm saying? Like that was just it? April Fool? That was their... Like, who was the goofy that even came up with that? And then who agreed to it and said, yeah, we doing that?
As a result of their gag, the intelligence officer responsible was sentenced to 35 days in jail for an April Fool's prank that could have sparked live combat.
Hey,
Jackass.
what I say? Jackass. They should have told his ass 35 years. Like, not actually give him 35, but tell him 35. Give him that same scare give that man the same scare that he done went and gave Nabi.
Take this copy of the Baltimore Sun from 1912 that was running a competition to find the best April Fool's pranks.
You just opening the door for straight bullshit. And this was back in the 18 to 1900s and shit. So it's like, I feel like pranks back then was more so like, you know what I'm saying, long term. Might lose 2 toes in the ear, but at least you got a good laugh out of it.
Among the recipients of a whopping prize of a whole $1 was the young Jay Benton winner. When he was 9, he tricked his mom into eating a piece of spicy red pepper candy. It didn't take her long to figure it out, of course, and she responded by angrily ordering Winner to grab some potatoes from the pantry. Just as he stepped in, she slammed the door and locked him inside, yelling, "April Fools! That's what you get for fooling your mother." She then left him in there long enough to miss dinner and to go to bed hungry.
So you mean to tell me the winner of the April Fools who got straight bankroll was somebody that just told a story of when they were 9, they just gave their mom a hot piece of candy? Shorty ass got so mad. It's where she locked Buddy in the closet and made him go to bed hungry, all while yelling April Fool. Dead ass got Buddy in the closet trembling. It looks like there's food in there though. In my opinion, I think your moms deserve that $1. I'm not gonna lie.
Anna had always dreamed of owning a copy of
So
Oliver
there's levels to
Twist.
this
She
shit.
begged
Okay.
for it constantly, but times were tough and money was tight. Then one day on, you guessed it, April 1st, her dad surprised her with a beautifully wrapped present. He told her it was her favorite book, and Anna quickly tore off the wrapping paper. Just as she lifted the cover,
I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to pause it right there. Shorty looked like she already going through it anyway. I feel like that should be an automatic red flag. Like, not necessarily all the time, but most of the time. Why waste your time and my time wrapping a gift up, right? Just to tell me what the fuck's inside. You were honestly better off putting it in a glass box.
then one day on, you guessed it, April 1st, her dad surprised her with a beautifully wrapped present. He told her it was her favorite book, and Anna quickly tore off the wrapping
why you wrap
paper.
it?
Just as she lifted the cover, it exploded in her face, scaring her half to death. Her prankalicious dad had put a small firework inside a hollowed-out book rigged to explode upon opening, along with a card that read, April Fools. A classic Looney Tunes-style prank from a different time.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Dad. I'm running away. Tonight, as a matter of fact. Because ain't no way in hell you went through all of that. If you think about it, it would have been 10 times easier to just go to the store, pick up the book, and give it to me. Yo ass went out to motherfucking Home Depot, grabbed a fake book, had to have had some string, obviously, if it was rigged to explode on open, went to a different location to even buy the damn firework, and then you took the time to even do the rigging. Nigga, wasting the family money and shit. His ass went out and spent like $1.75 on all that bullshit when he could have spent like 42 cents on just getting me the book itself.
April Fool's pranks were so common back in the early 20th century that in 1922 it led to a woman's demise.
Shorty got
On April
smoked.
1st that year, a professional cook in Catford, England caught
Literally.
fire while working and screamed for help, but her colleagues, assuming her cries were merely an April Fool's prank, ignored her.
Wow.
The woman was eventually consumed by the flames, and her tragic tale stands as a warning today. But our old-timey prank disasters aren't over yet. This next one comes from an 8.
Wait a minute. Why? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are we counting that as a prank? That wasn't a prank. Shorty was pleading for her life. So just because Donald and Richie over here just assumed it was a prank, we just gonna count it as a prank. Now he done fucked around and got Shorty's spirit all in his face and shit.
On April 2nd that year, in the little town of Buena Vista, Wisconsin, one Mrs. Lyman Smith awoke and fetched some water from the well. After giving her young daughter, her lodger, and herself a drink, she noticed something strange. The water had turned a light hue of green. The authorities were called in and found a sack at the bottom of the well containing 2 pounds of Paris green powder. Paris green was first made in 1814 as a paint that blessed countless canvases for 50 years until people realized one tiny little flaw.
What that
It
is?
was horrendously toxic. The paint had high levels of arsenic and kept poisoning factory workers, making production pretty expensive. Their paint
And
might not
Shorty
be
just
right for
poisoned
the
her
job.
whole
In
family.
1867, Paris green was rebranded as
Wait,
the
that's
world's
it?
first.
That's it? So what? Did they die? What happened? Their skin turned green and they just came about some powers or some shit? Like, what happened?
While the diabolical individual responsible was never caught, the fact that their deed had seemingly been done on the night of April 1st suggested they may have had either a seriously twisted sense of humor or were incredibly ignorant of the severity. Though, of course, the date could have been a coincidence. Fortunately, the well meddling was discovered before anyone met a grim fate, though the mother and daughter did become temporarily ill.
Okay.
If it was indeed a prank, it
They
may
did
just be
turn
the
green
dumbest
though.
one
They
of all
turned green though.
time.
Can they fly?
Delightfully devilish. The best April Fool's pranks are harmless, funny, and simple. More importantly, they don't require someone. In the dead of night, a group of seniors snuck into their school and laid out hundreds of paper cups half filled with water through the corridors. The next morning, janitors, teachers, and students were stunned and supremely frustrated. Great prank, sure, but not for whoever had to clean it up. Idaho journalist Nathan Larson was grocery shopping that day in 2019 when he received this surprising text from his wife. Their TV was smashed. Badly. Oof. When Nathan got home, he was greeted and led to the TV by his 4-year-old who confessed to launching a Transformer toy at the screen. However, his wife, not exactly a natural prankster, burst out laughing, and once Nathan looked closer, he realized the TV was just playing a fake broken screen video. Unfortunately, the prank had already had some pretty significant financial impacts because Nathan had purchased a new TV on his way home.
And no, I'm not talking about some returning the TV. No, I'm talking about I'm keeping the TV. But I want my money back. You bought the TV now, but it's still mine.
Who better for the job than a major TV company? LG has a flair for using their realistic screens for some fiendishly clever pranks. For example, the time they made an advert by convincing unwitting folks the elevator floor was collapsing beneath their feet.
I would've shit myself, boy. Now, don't get me wrong. There's not too much that you could do in that situation. There ain't too much you can do, right? But, nigga, if you think for a second I'm not for the just lunge my ass, I'm talking about feet on the, fuck just holding on, feet gonna be on the rails. It's like, by the looks of it, don't nobody got hops. Nobody's even thinking about jumping. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Shorty would have been cooked, regardless. She ain't healed. Her best bet is taking her shit off and hooking it on to catch herself, but I know she not fast enough.
Or when they staged a fake job interview where they terrified participants into thinking a meteor was about to hit Earth.
Bueno, principalmente.
The fact that they got the building shaking too.
¿Tuvo algún problema al llegar acá ahora?
No.
Estamos un poquito acá.
My man's about, boy, my man's was about to die. What? I'm sorry, but where is the survival instinct at? Shorty had to take a quadruple take. 1, 2. Okay, it was two. But that second look was a long ass look. And don't get me wrong, because, you know what I'm saying, in reality, ain't shit you could do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit you could do. But I will convince myself that I have a chance. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just sit there, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, the one who was going through it the most, this nigga. Boy, he said, I don't know what he said. I don't know what the fuck he said. And then they got their ass in the dark. It's crazy.
Alright, I'm pretty sure that was just a totally staged piece of
Suing. I don't care. Did they sign a waiver? I don't think so. Heart damage. I'm suing.
anyone who tattooed the Rock Station's 93 Rock logo on their forehead and came down to the station would win $100,000.
The fact that you know, I've never touched 100K. You know what I'm saying? But I for damn sure will never tat whatever the fuck on my forehead for 100K. And you already know most of their asses was thinking to themselves, oh, it's 100K, I'll just get it up, I'll just pay for it to get it removed. Some of y'all was thinking that same. No.
Sure enough, father-stepson duo David Winkleman and Richard Goddard pounced on the opportunity.
So y'all
Without
both
checking
thought
the small
y'all was
print,
gonna
they
come up?
sprinted to a tattoo parlor and got inked. After a few agonizing hours, they emerged with the logos permanently etched into their foreheads. Excited, they ran to the station only to find out the contest was a prank. It was all just a joke designed to entertain listeners. The gullible father and son sued, but unfortunately and perhaps unjustly, both cases were quickly dismissed.
It's like, I can see why it was dismissed, because nobody physically took y'all to the shit and made you tat the shit on your shit. Bro, if these are, I know these are the real mugshots. I know it. And matter of fact, why are these actual mugshots? Did they ask, What did they do after they lost? Shit, man. And like that big too. Like it's I'm talking about nigga in bold, the Quad City Rocket. Like you can read that shit.
The case was even dramatized in the binge-worthy TV show Personal Injury Court, albeit with an even funnier acronym. What a cruddy situation.
Whoever the fuck that is need his ass beat too.
Emily is trapped behind a wall of duct tape because she's the lucky daughter of Wild Man Phil, trapping her inside.
Run into it, not push into it.
Bro, if you don't put your body into it, you gonna cut your way out. Well, I'm shouldering that bitch. I'm through that motherfucker. What? That's not holding me. You might lose some paint off the wall now. Cause that does look like some hefty ass tape, I'm not gonna lie.
She manages to clear her way out while Phil watches laughing. The look in her eyes says it all. She's had enough of her dad's antics. Love to see him team up with Jonathan Harchick, a tape prankster from Pittsburgh. While this didn't happen on April Fool's Day, Jonathan showed his commitment to pranking by covering his parents' house at 60 miles worth of tape. Man, his parents must dread April 1st like it's the day of reckoning.
Bro, leave
Prank.
their ass alone. Don't get me wrong, they probably love that man to death. But I know they sick of your shit at the same time. Nah, cause I'm saying no, that's actually real life OD. I'm not even gonna lie, that's insane. And it's like he ain't even stopped there. This nigga made pillars out of the tape. What? How much did that cost you? Fuck, like I ain't gonna lie, I gotta hire somebody to beat your ass for 60 miles. Find a 60-mile long road and they go beat your ass up and down that motherfucker. Not me. Clearly, I got my hands full. All right,
Like
Glenn,
any other hard-working
let's see what
human,
you
Glenn
got.
decided it was time he and his wife took a holiday, so he booked some well-earned time off.
Okay.
But Glenny boy couldn't just enjoy his vacation in Alberta now, could he?
Oh boy.
Nope,
I
no
guess
rest
not.
for the wicked.
I guess
In the
not.
middle of his getaway, Glenn received an unwelcome email. The deadline for a major project he'd been working on had been moved up. When he read the email, he panicked. He'd been working on the report for ages, so missing the deadline wasn't an option. His blood pressure shot through the roof as he cut his holiday short and hurried back to work. Glenn
that's
was so
crazy.
stressed that he even experienced heart palpitations and fell ill. Finally, Glenn made it back to work ready to sacrifice his very health for that
no.
deadline, only to have the rug pulled out from under him.
Cheeky bitch. Look at that smile. I know it's not him. But I like to envision it's him.
It was all a prank. One of Glenn's coworkers, a high-level city manager, thought it'd be hilarious to pull.
And the fact that you a manager doing this shit.
Glenn's holiday was completely ruined, all for one man's pursuit of comedy. The prank was considered so extreme that Glenn sued and won an early
Okay.
retirement package.
As he
To top it
should.
all off, the city then banned pranks altogether. Great
Damn.
job, idiot. Ruining innocent, lighthearted pranks for the rest of your colleagues. A life
Damn.
without pranks?
The city,
That's no
though?
life at all.
My man said the city banned that shit. Subscribe to the channel, be amazed, you know what I'm saying? They helped out with this video. Hope to see you guys in my next video. Have a great day, everybody. Deuces.